Back, guys, to the second half film. We're going to do the All-22 coaches film here as we break down the second half against the Houston Texans. If you guys missed the first half, I already put out the video. It's on my YouTube channel. You can hit that link in my bio on X, going over to YouTube, and make sure you subscribe if you have not already. First half film is out, and breaking news, the Broncos did not play very well offensively in the first half. Fortunately, the defense played great the entire game. As we get into the second half here, it's not going to be a whole lot better, quite frankly. In the third quarter, the Broncos do not score a single point. In the fourth quarter, the Broncos start to come alive, and that is the story of the season so far, is that the Broncos struggle for 2 or 3 quarters, and then at some point, Bo Nix turns the light switch on, and they start playing good football. The one thing I can say about Bo is that although he's been inconsistent, the one thing that he's got is he's got that killer DNA in him that when the brights get the lightest, easy for me to say, I got my words mixed. When the lights get the brightest, he does not get afraid. And so that's something in the DNA that you just simply cannot coach. A coach cannot develop that in a player. Either you got it or you don't. And Bo turned it on again in the fourth quarter. So the challenge for Sean Payton moving forward is how do we get Bo Nix to play good football in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter. You got to start fast. You got to finish strong. Broncos are holding on by a razor-thin wire right now. And they cannot continue this. It's just not sustainable. Although a lot of people would have said that about my team in 2015 as well, and we ended up winning a championship. So here I am complaining about a formula of football that worked for a championship in 2015. Before I get started, though, I do need to take a second here to thank my title sponsor, Safeway. Safeway, fresh foods, local flavors. Check out your local Safeway store today. They support local small businesses, so know that when you shop at Safeway, you're supporting local small businesses. They've also got an incredible app on that if you don't have on your phone, you're missing out on. Download it today, skip the other delivery service apps, and order directly from Safeway. You're going to save time. You're going to save money. They make it super easy to repeat your orders. And before you blink your eye, that food will be at your doorstep. Safeway, fresh foods, local flavors. Go check out your local Safeway store today. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me just go ahead and change my screen here. We'll go full screen so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. And let's dive into the second half film. So you can see right away, Bo Nix is he's audible in it. Well, it's really not an audible. It's more of a kill situation. You call 2 plays in the huddle, walk up to the line of scrimmage, see what they're showing defensively, kill. You go to the second play. Bo wants to take a shot down the field, and dang, we are right there, man. Right there. Just underthrows it just a tiny bit to Troy Franklin, and otherwise we would have come down with that sucker. So that would have been a hell of a way to start out the second half. I like it. They got aggressive. They took a shot down the field. Bo Nix audibles at the line, and I think he makes the right decision. Just got to connect on the throw it a yard or 2 deeper. I'm going to skip over this angle. Okay. You know what? Give me 1 second here as I double check something. Okay, I apologize. Those last 2 plays I showed, those are actually in the second quarter. This is now the start of the second half. You'd already seen that film if you watched the first half film that I put out of the All-22, but we'll go ahead and start out the second half here, and now we're actually rolling the correct way. My apologies. So second half, they're actually going to take they're just going to hand the ball off for a decent little gain here. Not a decent gain. It's actually a great gain. This is a really well-executed block across the board on the offensive line. I love the way that they handle this. So this is the way we work this thing out here. So Cortland Sutton's going to sneak through here. Cortland's going to sneak through here and block this guy. So we got an open side block. This is really considered an open side formation. We've got a single block on the front side between these two up to 0. We got a B block on the back side. up to 39, and then we'll work up to 29 on the backside. So what are the key blocks? Key blocks are going to be right here. We got to get double team. We got to push this guy. We got to push this guy way out of the box. And then here, we got to post. We got to get on our high horse, and we got to go because we got bad angles. This linebacker's already got us out leveraged. So that's a good single block on the front side. In a perfect world, I'd like to see Luke Wattenberg get his helmet a little bit more towards the midline, but fortunately they do get good movement, and they're able to cover up both their guys. Now on the backside, I love this from Garrett Bowles. Garrett Bowles, I got my hat totally play side. I've created a wall. Alex Palczewski, shout out to the dude filling in at left guard. He's our third guard to play this year. He's going to get play side. We're going to create a wall, and we're going to give options for this running back. He's got plenty of options of where he wants to take it. That's how you start out the second half. Good run from the Broncos. Well executed. Go with a fullback dive. You don't see a whole lot of fullback dives in today's NFL. Broncos were in second and short, and they decide instead of taking a shot down the field, second and short is a good opportunity to take a shot down the field because you know you got two more cracks at getting the first down if you want it. If you are in 4-down territory, Broncos say we're not going to mess around with it. We're just going to hand it off to the fullback, and we're going to pick ourselves up 1 yard. I do not love this from Bo. I think he panics in the pocket here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get to the other angle. You know, is there anybody to throw the ball to? Well, yeah, at this point, Cortland Sutton down here at the midfield, he does start to clear up, but it's too little too late because Bo climbed up in the pocket too fast, and that pocket's getting collapsed. He's going to take a sack. Let's get to the other angle, see if Bo could have showed a little bit more patience before he tried to sneak out of this pocket because my gut tells me that he could have. So right there, like I don't really know why he starts panicking. That's just chaotic feet, right? Keep those feet calm rather than sprinting up in the pocket. Well, he clearly thinks he's got a lane to get out of there. I'd love to see him just hop up in the pocket, take little baby steps, keep your feet underneath your shoulders so that you're in position to throw this football either to an open wide receiver or to throw the football away. Instead, we end up with a 2-yard loss on the sack. Got a 4-yard gain here on the shotgun run to Dobbins. So we're running out of a formation in which we got no tight ends on the field. So we offensive line, when I say we, obviously I'm an offensive lineman. I think as an offensive lineman a lot. We got to push all the way to the play side. So we're responsible for all the backers in the box. We're going to have to either hang this guy or Franklin's going to try to get in there, depending on the schematics of it. But that's the way this play's got to work out. As you can see, we're out leveraged here, so in all likelihood, you're probably going to end up on the back shoulder, and you would love, in a perfect world, create a wall because we got good leverage on this linebacker, kick this linebacker out of the box going that way, and then in a perfect world, you got a cut up lane right between those two guys. The world is not perfect, though, and it doesn't always work out like that. Either a really, really bad throw or miscommunication between the quarterback and the wide receiver. I tend to think it's just a really, really bad throw. I mean, I'm not quite sure what Bo's trying to do. Does this ball get tipped? Let's slow this down. Yeah, it does almost look like that ball gets tipped. I can't really see, but it's obviously a wobbly pass. So we got a punt. Jeremy Crawshaw, by the way, as bad as he was in the preseason, and he was bad, he has been phenomenal in the regular season. Jeremy Crawshaw was a punter that we selected in the 6th round. Anytime you spend a draft selection on a punter, the dude better be damn good, and he has been damn good. Jeremy Crawshaw has been the best rookie performer that we've had. All right, so we're coming out in a pistol formation, but a lot of players in the backfield, right? So we've got two tight ends in the backfield along with Dobbins. We got a pop, so our 63's got to kick out the end man on the line. I think somewhere along the lines here we misidentify something. Well, we've actually got a hat for a hat on everyone. The problem is Luke Wattenberg. He gets crushed by Mike McGlinchey, who's got a really effective block. You see 69, eyes on 69 right here. He blocks his dude all the way into Luke Wattenberg, knocks Wattenberg off of his man. That dude ends up free in the hole. Don't be so good, Mike. Broncos have not had a whole lot of success on these fly sweeps. You do have some speed, and Troy Franklin, obviously Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims was out with a concussion this game. This is a play that you end up handing off to Marvin Mims a lot. Troy Franklin should have plenty of speed to pull this off, but the end man on the line there, the Emal, he does a good job of identifying the play and is able to get in the backfield and make a tackle for a loss. So Bo's got a pretty quick processor getting back to his check down here. It's 3rd and long. I mean, that's asking that guy a lot to gain a lot of ground on 3rd and long to pick up a first down. If we pause it right about here, is there anybody that Bo could have thrown this ball to? I think so. Yeah. I mean, do we like this? This guy right here, he probably should have been the number one read on it. Bo's got to show a little bit more patience in the pocket. Too quick to get to the check down. Crawshaw punts again. So 3rd quarter, man, looks a whole lot like the 1st and 2nd, doesn't it? I know we could be broken records as media members, but doesn't it feel like when the Broncos run the ball, they're pretty damn successful at it? I mean, this is another just really well executed play. I just feel like Sean Payton's got to stay more committed to the running game. I love this across the board. I love the single block on the front side between 60 and 77. That's great movement. 77 gets up to the 2nd level. I love the B block on the backside between 63 and 72. 63 does a great job of turning that shoulder, giving Garrett Bowles time to get his hat across the midline. Paul climbs up to the 2nd level, knocks him out of the club. I mean, we're all the way to the safeties before Dobbins has to even make contact with anybody. Really, really well executed running play right there. Um, I don't love this from 72. So Eyes right here. I don't like the way the Bulls kind of just gallop steps down the line. He doesn't attack his guy. Fortunately, his dude ends up taking Garrett all the way out of the picture there. But I'd love to see Garrett open up his first step and drive into that defender rather than just galloping over and accepting the blow. All right, heavy personnel over here. Heavy personnel, right? We've got one tight end, we got two tight ends, we got three tight ends on the field. So this is oftentimes a duo look for the Broncos, or a good chance for play action. Broncos are going to go duo here. So duo gives you a lot of good chances at double teams, but we can't really do this double team right here, okay? Normally, this linebacker right there, he's lined up back there. That gives you a chance to go heavy on the down until you double team all the way up to him. You're not able to do that in this scenario because the linebacker is mugged, so we got to go down block. We got to go down block. We also have got a single block right there. The only true double team we've got is this up to there, and then we got a double team right here back to 39. But because these linebackers are mugged, that really calls off the majority of your double teams on this duo play. Probably a small hole right there for Dobbins to put his foot in the ground and get up the field. I don't blame him. He sees something right here as well. He thinks he can sneak through that. Hindsight 2020, better off putting your foot in the ground and cutting it backside. Another punt for our man Jeremy Crawshaw. Okay, we get a nice little gainer here on the pass to Troy Franklin. We're going to start Troy Franklin on the right side of the field, motion him across, see if we can get a matchup we like. We're going to go play action. Bo does a good job getting to the top of his drop. The second he gets to the top of his drop, he lets that ball out. The second Troy Franklin is releasing out of his break. Offensive line does a good job of selling the run. Mike McGlinchey gets beat a little bit late, but does a decent job of staying on him. If Bo holds on to that ball a second longer, though, Mike's dude is probably getting a sack. Okay, three-step drop here. I'd prefer to see Mike McGlinchey's set be more aggressive. Okay, so eyes on 69. When you've got a three-step drop, the one thing that you can't do is meet this guy back in the backfield right here because then he can just get his hands up in there and try to bat the ball. What I'd prefer to see from Mike is a more lateral set. Actually, it's probably more like this. Meet him right there. Or you can hard set him and jump on his ass and try to get him down right there. No harm, no foul though. Nothing, no problem. We're already to the fourth quarter. I mean, the film is moving pretty quick in this game because the Broncos are not sustaining any drives. Bo has to scramble out of the pocket on this one. Let's see if he actually had to or not. Okay, dang, that one's too bad because if we pause it right now, that's a clean ass pocket. But what's happening? Alex Palczewski, he's got his head buried into the sand right there. See how his head is buried? He's got his eyes down. He doesn't recognize the fact that this is actually a game. So number 98, he's trying to aim for the inside shoulder. 72, 55's going to loop around because Palczewski's got his eyes aimed to the ground. He doesn't feel the game going on here, and he's going to be real late getting off onto 55, which forces Bo Nix to scramble out of the pocket. Palczewski's got to punch that dude's shoulders off, get his head back, and bounce back inside. Palcho's been great, though. I mean, listen, you're not going to win every rep. The far majority, Alex Palczewski's played really good football. Broncos go no huddle here. They try to change the tempo up a little bit. They stay on the line of scrimmage. Bo usually operates pretty clean when we do that. And we've got a good pass, good catch here. Bo gets rid of the ball on time. The change of tempo was effective for the Broncos. All right, we're at the 30-yard line. We're on the 30-yard line, almost to the go zone. To me, the go zone is 25-yard line and in. Red zone is 20-yard line and in. That might just be a personal Tyler Columbus definition, but when I refer to the go zone, I refer to that as, hey, this is a great chance to take a shot down the field and see if we can score on one play. Yeah, these fly sweeps, man. Fortunately, it was enough for the first down on this one, but these were just not working in this game. The Texans end man on the line was doing a great job the whole time. Look at this play by 39, man. This is actually a hell of a play by him. He gets hung up here by two bodies. He's going to get hung up here, and there's going to be another body that comes in there. He's just going to bounce outside and go make this play. That's a great job by 39. Fantastic pocket here. RJ Harvey's turned into a very legitimate weapon in the passing game. We're still waiting for him to come along a little bit in the running game, but RJ Harvey ends up with a touchdown here. This touchdown pass from RJ Harvey, this is actually going to end up getting him tied with Emeka Egbuka for the most receiving touchdowns of any rookie in the entire class in the NFL this year. So tied with one of the best wide receivers. Emeka Egbuka has obviously been fantastic. We've got a running back with as many receiving touchdowns as Emeka has. RJ Harvey's turning into a really nice option in the passing game. Just got to get him going here a little bit in the running game. All right, so Broncos are going to go for two. They do end up succeeding on this. This was a great job from Bo. If you see the first thing Bo Nix is trying to hit, Bo's trying to hit this dude right here. He's trying to see if this dude's going to come open on the easy flat route for a walk-in touchdown. Bo doesn't like it, so he's going to take his eyes from down here all the way across the field, all the way over here, and he's going to end up finding the open wide receiver for a successful two-point conversion. That's good patience from a young quarterback. Shotgun runs. Oh, this B block on the backside, it starts out really nice. Okay, so we're working these two right here double team up to number 0. They're going to get great movement on this guy right here. They're going to knock him out of the club. Unfortunately, they get a little bit too heavy on him, and as they push this guy this way, 0 is going to shoot down the box, and Garrett doesn't get off in time. I would always prefer to see us err on the down linemen rather than on the linebackers. So I don't have a ton of beef with this because they did get good movement, but Bowlesy's got to keep his eyes out of that thing so he can see number 0 peeling off on the backside. Really lucky here, huh? Really lucky here. Bo Nix has got the design sprint out. I don't like. He does not get his. Look at how awkward his feet are. Right as he starts to throw it, keep your eyes on number 10, your quarterback. His feet are just awkward. He's got that left foot behind his right foot as he actually releases the ball. That is not ideal. That is definitely not good footwork right there. You want to keep that left foot in front so you can plant and torque and turn into it. Because his feet just got a little bit tied up on him, he ends up throwing this ball really short. And fortunately, defensive back for the Texans ends up dropping a freaking guaranteed interception. Again, I think we're getting a little chaotic in the pocket. Okay, could Bo have climbed up the pocket here? Probably. I don't mind him trying to escape it, but these crossbody throws like that, they're tough. Bo's just not clean. Simple as that. He's just not very clean in this football game. Good news is, though, he does turn it on here a little bit. He's had one good drive in the fourth quarter, and we do have one more scoring possession. Take a deep shot here to Cortland Sutton. It's going to end up going incomplete. I mean, this is another one. We got him, right? I mean, look at Cortland right there. He's got a step on him. Do we like what we see right there? With that defensive back's trailing him, all we got to do is throw this ball. We just got to lob. I mean, easy for me to say, but we just got to lob this ball and land it right about there, and you might have a walk-in touchdown. Instead, we're going to throw this ball on a liner, and it's going to end up going right there. Easy play for the defensive back. I know it's really easy for me to sit here with the mouse and criticize Bo Nix on some of these deep throws. But look, the reality is too many great opportunities for big play gains for the Broncos that they just missed out on because Bo couldn't quite get it there. Again, we're just really chaotic with our feet. Are we running the ball or are we going to throw the ball? Which one is it? Bo's in between, right? Like he's running so fast, it looks like he's trying to get out of that pocket. And maybe that's what he was originally trying to do. But if you are trying to keep your eyes down the field, you can't just start sprinting like this from Bo. He's got to slowly climb the pocket, maybe hop up a little bit, try to keep his feet planted. But because he's out of that thing like a rocket ship, he just cannot get his mechanics right. And you can see from Bo Nix, I mean, keep your eyes on him right here. He's right there. He's frustrated at the end of this play. He knows it. It's just another missed opportunity for him. Gosh, Jeremy Crawshaw is punting way too much. This is way too many punts in a football game. Just an easy little swing route dump off to RJ Harvey. RJ does a good job making one defender miss. Troutman out there doesn't quite get the best block in the world. RJ's got to make one dude miss and make sure that he picks up positive yards. Basically the exact same play we ran last time, right? So we got our eyes down the field. We don't like it. We're going to hit the check down. You've got Troutman out in front. This time Troutman gets a better block, and R.J. Harvey is able to get a pretty decent gain for the Broncos. But it's the exact same concept as we ran on the previous play. I mean, not with all the wide receivers. I just mean the net result of hitting the check down on the swing route. Dump off City, man. 3 plays in a row. Dump it off to the running back. This time Dobbins gets absolutely clobbered. Nowhere to go. So we got 2:18 left in the game, right? And it's a great opportunity to go win the game. This was a huge moment. Okay, this is 3rd and long. We got a 3rd and 10 situation, and we're able to find Pat Bryant in the middle of the field. Bo Nix connects on it. With 2 minutes left in the game, I'm thinking, here we go. This is the Broncos' opportunity. They're going to go win a football game. Good teams right now, they close it out. You got a tied ball game. It's 15-15. There's 2 minutes left. You get to eat up the clock. You're already at the 50-yard line. In today's NFL, if you make it to the 50-yard line, you only need about 7 to 8 more yards before your kicker has a fighting chance at it. Get him 10 to 12 yards, and you feel like he's got a really good chance at it. So Broncos come out. They're going to go with the QB run on the next play, try to gain some positive yards. You only gain 1 yard, and at this point, the Broncos are about to stall out on this drive. When they stall out on this drive and you give that ball back to the Houston Texans with a minute 40, give or take, whatever it was that they get the ball back with, I thought, you know what, you don't deserve to win this football game. If you got the ball in your hands, 2 minutes left, you're at the 50-yard line, and you don't go close out that game, you don't deserve to win it. But fortunately for the Broncos, even though this drive's about to stall out, you give the ball back to the Texans. C.J. Stroud's knocked out of the game, and here we go. I mean, I'm not going to even analyze these plays here because it's ugly, right? We're just getting out of the pocket. We're scrambling. Fortunately, you give the ball back to the Texans. C.J. Stroud had already been knocked out of the game. You got your backup quarterback in there going up against one of the best defenses in the world, and the Broncos defense does their job. They're going to get the Broncos one more series after we stall out right here, and the Broncos are able to go win the game with their second life opportunity. But I'm telling you, I was really, really disappointed to see the Broncos not just knock the Texans out of the game right here and now. Another scramble out. Bo tries to throw across his left-hand shoulder, just misses Evan Ingram. So now Jeremy Crawshaw's got a punt. There's a minute 20 left in the game. And unbelievably, the Broncos get the ball back with 50 seconds. So the Texans get the ball with a minute and 20, and only 30 seconds, 31 seconds gets knocked off the clock. Broncos defense, hats off to them, doing their job all season long. Broncos now get the ball 50 seconds. We're on the 35-yard line. All you need is a field goal to win the game. Let's see what we can do. Quick dump off. I mean, Bo is just dump off city here, man. I mean, how many plays in a row have we had dump offs to the running backs? This one actually might be designed if you look at it, because you can tell by the blocking out here. We're expecting this little swing route out here because these wide receivers are not in routes. They're trying to block. This is the play of the game right here. This is what's going to end up winning the game for the Broncos. Bo Nix is going to scramble out there. He's going to gain 25 yards, give or take. He sees a lot of green grass there. He's got great athleticism, no problem. Take off, utilize your feet. He just flips the field entirely and basically takes it to the 35, 36-yard line on one play based off the scramble. At that point, I felt like, okay, we're in good position. We've got a good enough kicker. Even if you don't gain any more yards, you're probably going to win the game. Fortunately, the Broncos are still able to gain some positive yards even after this one, and you get it into total chip shot territory for Will Lutz. Got a great gain here from Dobbins, gain of 9 yards, well executed. I'm going to bounce forward again. Now we got J.K. Dobbins, gain of 2 yards coming up. Ball's on the 27-yard line. Let's see if we can bump it up to the 25. Okay, no harm, no foul. You don't need big gains at this point. All you got to do is make sure you hold on to the football. We do that successfully. 24 seconds on the clock. We're going to go with another designed QB run. This time it works out very nicely. Garrett Bowles is going to pull out in space. Bowles knocks his man out, and Bo Nix is able to pick up a first down. Now we got the ball to the 14-ish, give or take. This is what I expected the previous drive to look like. 3 seconds on the clock. Will Lutz and the field goal team trots out onto the field. Despite the fact that we had one field goal blocked earlier in the game, this is an easy chip shot. Will Lutz knocks it through, and he wins himself a football game.
Okay,
so,
welcome in.
Excuse me. That was not what I tried to do there. There we go. Will Lutz wins the game. So, was it a clean game for the Broncos? No. They scored 7 points in the second quarter. They scored 11 points in the fourth quarter. I don't want to get caught up in the micro, because the micro, if you zoom in, there's a lot of stuff to be stressed out about that game. Offensively, there's a lot of stuff that you don't like. But if you zoom out, let's zoom out. Let's look at the macro. Let's look at the 5,000-foot view. You've got a 7-2 football team. I mean, that's a season that you dream about. I mean, this is literally the type of season that you dream about. You're 7-2 right now. You're facing off against a bad Raiders team on Thursday Night Football. Handle your business. Then you got a tough one against the Chiefs. The Denver Broncos could very realistically be a 13-win football team if they just handle their business. Broncos offense needs to go from bad to mediocre in the first 3 quarters of the game. And if they can go from bad to mediocre, continue being as clutch as they have been in the fourth quarter, the Broncos have got a chance at a really special season. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here on Mount Columbus Speaks. Again, if you guys have not subscribed to Mount Columbus Speaks, click that link in my bio on X, go on over to YouTube and subscribe. It'll take you 3 seconds. That's where all my content lives. Shout out to Safeway, title sponsor of MPS. I will be back with you guys in a day or two.